Hello students, again this is a new lecture for you all for class 10, that is acid, bases and salt, which is the second chapter from chemistry. Students, in this chapter you have to learn about acids, its physical property and chemical property, same with bases, and in last you will study about some salts and its properties, preparation and uses. Okay, so first of all, before discussing about acids, bases and salts, we will discuss about indicator. Students, indicator is very important term from this chapter. Many questions comes in board exams related to indicators. So students, what is an indicator? So first of all, an indicator is a chemical substance which shows a change in its physical properties, mainly color or odor, when brought in contact with an acid or a base. It means whenever this chemical substance is added to any base or any acid, it changes its color, or some indicators changes its odor, that is smell, and by that only we come to know whether that substance is acid or base. So students, no need to be worried, we will discuss it again and again. So indicator is of different types. So first of all, we will discuss about type of indicators, which is natural indicator. Students, by the natural indicator term you might be understanding that those indicators which we obtained naturally. So this definition is the same. Natural indicator is a type of indicator that can be found naturally and can determine whether the substance is an acid or base. It means by natural indicator we can determine whether any substance is what, acid or base. ठीक है स्टूडेंट्स, हमारे डेली लाइफ में बहुत सारे ऐसे एसिड्स हैं और बेसिस हैं जो हम यूज करते हैं. बेसिस वो सारे सब्सटेंसेस जो सोपी इन टच होते हैं और बिटर इन टेस्ट होते हैं. बिटर मीन्स कड़वा. इन द सेम वे एसिड्स, acid is the term which is came from the Latin word that is acidus. Acidus means what? sour, that is खट्टा. ठीक है, तो जो भी चीजें हमें खाने में खट्टी लगती हैं उसे हम, उसमें क्या होते हैं, एसिड्स होते हैं, कोई ना कोई एसिड्स होते हैं. स्टूडेंट्स, एसिड्स जो होते हैं कुछ एडिबल होते हैं, कुछ नॉन एडिबल होते हैं. एडिबल एसिड्स में मोस्टली ऑर्गेनिक एसिड्स होते हैं, लाइक एसिटिक एसिड, दैट इज विनेगर, एंड सिट्रिक एसिड, एंड डिफरेंट फ्रूट्स कंटेन्स different kinds of acids. So that we will discuss in the topic acid. So students, acid और base को ही determine करने के लिए हमें indicator को use करना पड़ता है. By indicator we come to know whether that substance is acid or base. Okay. So for example, in some indicators which is natural, I have mentioned here, that is turmeric, red cabbage and litmus. So two is very important question, mostly comes from the turmeric and litmus. So students, see, litmus is what? It's a natural dye which is obtained from the plant lichen, which is the symbiont plant, and it is the dye which is extracted from the plant, students, and which is the dye. The dye is what? It's a purple colored, and when it is dissolved in water, it gives purple colored solution, because as you know that water is what? It's a neutral. It's neither acid nor base. So when this purple colored solution is added to any acid, it turns red, and when this purple colored solution added to any base, student, base means what? Soap, detergent, anything which is soapy in touch. When you will add to that purple colored litmus solution, then it will be turned into what? Blue. In this way we come to know whether the substance is acid or base. Okay students, now we will talk about litmus, which is in the form of strips also. So this litmus is also available as the form of strip. It is used in the laboratory. It is used for the test of any acid and base. So students, this litmus paper is of two color, that is red litmus and blue litmus. Students, this red litmus paper is used for the test of base. Students, जब हम red litmus paper को base में add करेंगे तो वो blue color में change हो जाता है. ठीक है, see, you can see here, a base turns a moist litmus, red litmus paper to blue, and acid turns a moist blue litmus paper to red. Students, यहाँ मैंने moist mention किया है because litmus paper अगर dry है और acid भी dry है तो आपका टेस्ट आपको नहीं समझ में आएगा. तो बेटर होगा कि हम लिटमस पेपर को मॉइस्ट रखें, मीन्स थोड़ा सा उसको, या तो एसिड आपका एक्वस फॉर्म में हो, then only you can see the dissociation of hydrogen ion, and by that only you can come to know whether the substance is acid or base. Clear? Now students, the next topic is turmeric. Turmeric is again a natural indicator. So students, turmeric is a natural acid base indicator. It also helps us to identify the nature of any given substance by itself undergoing a color change. स्टूडेंट्स, टर्मरिक भी अपना कलर चेंज करता है एसिड और बेसिक मीडियम में. टर्मरिक सभी के घरों में है, आप लोग इसे यूज कर सकते हैं फॉर द टेस्ट ऑफ एसिड एंड बेस. नाउ यू माइट बी थिंकिंग फ्रॉम वेयर विल यू ब्रिंग एसिड. तो सभी के घरों में सिट्रस फ्रूट्स होंगे, लाइक लेमन होगा. ठीक है, तो आप लेमन जूस क्या है, इसमें आपका सिट्रिक एसिड होता है, तो आपके पास एसिड अवेलेबल है. आपके पास विनेगर भी होगा, दैट इज सिरका. उसे हम केमिकली इट इज सेड टू बी व्हाट, एसिटिक एसिड. So when you will add acetic acid or citric acid, that is lemon juice, to turmeric, students, then it will be yellow only, no color change will be seen. But when you will add soap solution to turmeric, that is yellow colored dye, then in basic medium it will change its color to red. तो yellow color red में change हो जाएगा जब आप उसमें base use करोगे, like soap, detergent solution, okay, or any what basic solution. Students, now next topic is synthetic indicator. Okay, so as we have discussed about natural indicator, in that we discussed about litmus and turmeric. You can see in your book there are many more indicators which is used, which is discussed. Okay, now in the synthetic indicator we will study about, first of all we'll discuss about definition. Students, synthetic indicator means what? Which is being synthesized in laboratory. It is said to be what, man-made indicators also. For example, phenolphthalein. See, this is the very big word and spelling mistake mostly students does. So better you just write this very correctly. Phenolphthalein. See the spelling of phenolphthalein. Phenol, then phthalene. Here PH is what, silent. So it is said to be phenolphthalein. Okay, phenolphthalein. So phenolphthalein and methyl orange. So these are the synthetic indicators. So students, phenolphthalein is colorless what, synthetic indicator which is used for the test of acid and base. Student, this colorless solution, that is phenolphthalein, is when added to acid then it remains colorless, but when it is added to base, student, then it gives pink color. Means phenolphthalein आपको pink color देगा जब आप उसे base में add करोगे, और ये कलरलेस ही रह जाएगा जब आप इसे एसिड में यूज करोगे. ठीक है. नाउ द नेक्स्ट टॉपिक इज मिथाइल ऑरेंज. स्टूडेंट्स, सो मिथाइल ऑरेंज इज ऑल्सो द सिंथेटिक इंडिकेटर. इट इज इन द ऑरेंज कलर. सो स्टूडेंट्स, दिस ऑरेंज कलर टर्न्स टू रेड when this methyl orange is dissolved to any acid, and it changes its color to yellow when base is added to it, or you can say when it is added to base. ठीक है, तो ऑरेंज टू येलो होगा या तो फिर ऑरेंज से रेड होगा. ऑरेंज से रेड कब होता है? जब हम एसिड में यूज करते हैं, और हम बेस में जब यूज करते हैं तो ये ऑरेंज से हमें येलो में कलर चेंज शो करता है. ठीक है. नाउ वी विल टॉक अबाउट जनरल प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ एसिड्स एंड बेसिस. स्टूडेंट्स, तो जनरल प्रॉपर्टीज में हमने कुछ चीजें डिस्कस कर ही ली हैं, बट फिर से हम लोग डिस्कस कर लेंगे. एसिड्स की जनरल प्रॉपर्टीज, दैट इज फिजिकल प्रॉपर्टीज. स्टूडेंट्स, एसिड्स जो होता है सार इन टेस्ट होता है, दैट इज सावर इन टेस्ट. सिट्रस फ्रूट लाइक लेमन, ऑरेंज. Okay. Next, hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid and nitric acid. See the formulae of these acids. So these are what, highly corrosive, means they can cause burn when it will come in our contact with the skin or anything. Okay. Next, acids can be present in liquid or solid state. Next, aqueous solution of acids conduct electricity. So aqueous solution of acid can be used as electrolyte. Now we will discuss about physical properties of base. Students, here I have not written base, so let me write here base. So physical properties of base. Students, bases are bitter in taste. Alkalis, students, alkalis is new term for you. First of all, we will discuss about alkalis now. Students, those bases which are water soluble are called as alkalis. So water soluble bases are called as what? Alkalis. Okay. So alkalis such as sodium hydroxide and potassium hydroxide are highly corrosive and soapy touch. Similar to acid, solution of bases also conduct electricity. Students, same as acid, bases also conduct electricity, so they can also be used as electrolyte. The next topic is Arrhenius concept for acid and base. Students, Arrhenius, scientist who told the definition for acid and base in the term of ions, that is hydrogen ion and hydroxide ion. So according to Arrhenius, an acid is a substance which produces hydrogen ion when dissolved in water. In the same way, a base is a substance which produces hydroxyl ion when dissolved in water. Means with water only they give what? Hydrogen ion, or you can say the hydroxide ion. Students, for example, dissociation of some acids. Here hydrochloric acid plus water and double-headed arrow is mentioned here. Students, when acid is added to water, then only it dissociates its hydrogen ion. Students, it will break into hydrogen ion and chloride ion, and suddenly as this hydrogen ion can't be exist freely, so it combines what with water molecule and form what? H3O plus. So H2O combines with hydrogen ion and it forms hydronium ion, that is H3O plus, and chloride ion, which is dissociated from this hydrochloric acid. Students, in aqueous solution, hydrogen ion always combines with water molecule to form hydronium ion. Students, see the formula for hydronium. It is just H2O plus H plus ion. It will be H3O plus. Okay. So again, one more example is here. H2SO4 plus water, means when sulfuric acid is when added to water, it gives what? Hydronium ion and sulfate ion. Students, H much hydrogen ion is present with any acid, that much hydronium ion will be released. So as you can see here, the 2 hydrogen atoms are there with the sulfuric acid, so it will be 2 hydronium ion. Okay, and here already it is sulfate, 1 sulfate ion, so here it will be 1 only. Now dissociation of some bases according to Arrhenius. So sodium hydroxide, here AQ is just telling that it is in the aqueous form. So students, sodium hydroxide gives when it is in the aqueous form, it gives sodium ion and hydroxide ion. As I have told you that according to Arrhenius, bases are those substances which dissociate hydroxide ion when dissolved in water. In the same way, potassium hydroxide, when in the aqueous form, it gives potassium ion and what? Hydroxide ion. In the same way, calcium hydroxide, when it is dissolved in water, it gives 2 hydroxide ion. Why 2 hydroxide ion? Because here it is 2. Okay, so you can write in this way. Now we will discuss about classification of acids. Students, so how the acids are classified? So right now we are going to discuss about that. Classification of acid on the basis of sources. Students, so on the basis of sources, acid is classified into organic acid and inorganic acid. So first we will discuss about organic acid. Students, organic acids are those acids which are obtained from natural organic matter, and that's why only it is called as what? Organic acid, such as plants and animals. So these acids are obtained from plants and animals. Okay. For example, some examples you can see. It is oxalic acid, which is present in spinach. Spinach means palak, tomato. Okay. Second one is what? Lactic acid. So this lactic acid is obtained where? In curd. Okay. Next one is citric acid. Citric acid is also what? Organic acid, and it is obtained from lemon or orange. So this citric acids are present in citrus fruits. Tartaric acid, which is present in tamarind, that is imli. Next one is malic acid, which is present in apple. As you know that these are the fruits and vegetables which are little bit what? Somewhere sour in taste and somewhere not sour, but they are having some acidic behavior. Okay. Now the next thing what I have mentioned here, all organic acids contain carbon and carbon as one of the element. Means whatever organic acids are obtained from the natural organic matter like plants and animals are having, or you can say they contain carbon as one element. Okay. For example, acetic acid. You can see the formula for acetic acid is, students, this acetic acid is it is chemically also said to be what? Ethanoic acid, but its common name is what? Vinegar. It's present in vinegar. Okay. And what is the formula for acetic acid? CH3COOH. So this is the formula for acetic acid. You can see that there are 2 carbons with this acetic acid. Okay, and when this acetic acid dissolved in water, it dissociate what? Carboxylate ion, CH3COO minus and hydrogen plus. Okay, next topic is inorganic acid, students. So this is also on the basis of sources. So acids which are obtained from minerals are called inorganic acids. For example, hydrochloric acid, H2SO4, that is sulfuric acid, and HNO3, that is nitric acid, etc. So they dissociate completely in aqueous solution. So student, this is very important thing you have to know, that inorganic acids are those acids which completely dissociate hydrogen ion in the aqueous solution. And that's why these inorganic acids are also strong acids. Okay, and organic acids are weak acids because they do not dissociate completely hydrogen ions. Okay, now on the basis of strength, student, now on the basis of strength we will talk whether the acid is more acidic or less acidic, or base is more acidic or less basic. Okay, so here we have to talk about acid. So on the basis of the strength, acids are classified into strong acid and weak acid. As I told you that organic acids are the weak acids and mineral acids are the strong acids. So just go through the definition for it. Acids which dissociate to a large extent in a solution are called strong acid. Means those acids which dissociate hydrogen ion completely in aqueous solution, then it is what? Strong acid. For example, HCl, H2SO4 and HNO3. Now the next topic is weak acid. Student, so on the basis of strength, some acids are also said to be what? Weak acid, because they undergo ionization to a small extent, means they not dissociate hydrogen ion completely in the aqueous solution, and that's why they are called as what? Weak acids. Okay, all organic acids are weak acids. As I told you that organic acids are weak acids. For example, one acid is again acetic acid. By acetic acid only I am explaining you, so that one concept will be clear. So acetic acid in water is a poor conductor of electricity. Students, how will come to know whether these real organic acids are what? Weak acids. So we can take, we can do one experiment. We can make CH3COH as electrolyte, and we can see that this behave like weak electrolyte. Okay, so poor conductor of electricity is seen with the acetic acid solution, because few of the molecules of ethanoic acids undergo ionization in aqueous solution. Okay, so you can see how the dissociation of acetic acid takes place. See, this is the carboxylate ion, CH3COO minus, and hydrogen ion. As the acid dissociate hydrogen ion, so it will be always H plus. Okay, now see, only one hydrogen atom bonded to oxygen atom gets separated, and the 3 hydrogen atoms bonded to carbon atom do not get separated. See, here when carboxylic acid, or you can say the acetic acid, when dissolved in water, they dissociate hydrogen ion and carboxylate ion. So you can see that there are 3 hydrogen already attached with this carbon atom. So what do you understand? So it shows that this is what? Weak acid. Okay, because not all hydrogen atoms got separated to give hydrogen ion. Next one, on the basis of concentration in solution. Students, now acids are also classified as concentrated and dilute on the basis of concentration. Concentration means how much pure an acid is. Okay, see, when it is concentrated acid, what will happen then? Almost it is pure acid with very little water. Means a very little water will be there and pure acid will be there, then it will be said to be what? Concentrated, and then their strength will be also more. Okay, and next one is what? Dilute acid. A dilute acid is more water and less acid. When a small amount of acid is there and large amount of water is there, then that acid is said to be what? Dilute acid. Okay, and you can say that their concentration will be lower. Now next one, for the classification of acid on the basis of basicity. Now basicity is the new term for you all. The students, actually basicity is what? It is an basicity of an acid is what? It is a number of hydrogen atom that, or you can say hydrogen ion, that can be produced by ionization of one molecule of acid in its aqueous solution. Means suppose HCl is there, and if it dissociate one hydrogen ion, then it is monobasic acid. Okay, monobasic. Why? Because only one hydrogen ion is being dissociated from HCl, HBr, HI and HNO3. Whereas dibasic acid, those who dissociate 2 hydrogen ion, or you can say 2 hydronium ion, because you can see here it is H2SO4. So if it is H2, means its basicity is how much? 2. And that's why these acids are said to be what? Dibasic. Okay, H2SO4. It is also dibasic because 2 hydrogen atoms are there. Next one is tribasic acid, students. Tribasic, you can see 3 hydrogen atoms are there. That's why it will dissociate 3 hydrogen ion, and that's why it is what? Its basicity is 3, and it will be said to be what? Tribasic acids. Okay, so till here, whatever I have taught you, you just go through and note down all notes I am providing you, and just learn properly. Okay.